All right, back on the open ocean. I'm off Cannery Road targeting squid, but I'm not catching any squid. It's been almost 2 hours. I'm gonna give it another 20 or 30 minutes. Hopefully I catch some squid. If not, we're gonna change course and we're gonna go target lingcod and halibut with swim baits. I didn't bring any frozen bait. So we're gonna have to, if we don't catch squid, maybe I try to catch some sardines or mackerel or smelt on my way to the halibut grounds and see what we can make happen. There's the Monterey Bay Aquarium. There's Cannery Row. Really beautiful spot to be at, especially when the weather's cooperating like it mostly is today. All right, get back at you when I'm on the fish.
It was a bad day for me in technology. First, I forgot to pack my main GoPro. Then my fish finder GPS wasn't working. Then my backup GoPro's SD card malfunctioned and I only had my phone and no action shots.
Just landed a decent lingcod. Not super long, but it is a fat one. Really, really thick. Lots of meat on this big guy. It's only 23 inches, but it's heavy. Oh yeah. All right, let's clean this lingcod. I'm by no means an expert at filleting fish. Don't assume this is the only way to do it. These larger size fish, I like coming down the backbone to start. Then I like finding the backbone and carving along the backbone, the vertebrae. And bones are only right like here. From like here back, it's all easy going, no rib bones. Now I've gone all the way through. I'm gonna grab that little opening right there for traction. I'm gonna angle my knife slightly down. I'm just gonna go one quick swipe like that. It's not perfectly clean, but we're gonna save these little pieces of good meat. We're gonna save it because I'm making a ceviche. Cut at a steep angle to get all this good meat up in here. I like going skinless. Oh wow, that's an octopus. How cool. Look how big that octopus is. Whoa. That's why he had such a big belly. That's crazy. Oh, cool. I'm not keeping that. If I was out on the water, I'd use it for bait. Come in right at the base. We don't want to lose much meat. Go down, and you find that skin come up a little bit. Right there. Now can you see that? That looks really nice and clean. All right. Somehow missed that one little patch. All right. But now we still have that rib meat right in here. Missed some of the pin bones. There's only pin bones to right about there. All right. Yeah, see, I can still get good boneless meat off that piece if I work at it. It's all going to be boneless right there. So I'm not going to throw this out even after I'm done with this part, because I'm going to add it to my soup. Look at that. He had a second octopus in there too. A much smaller one. That's crazy. 2 octopus in this guy. I want to save some more of this meat that I missed. Right there, that's all good meat. See, I'm not perfect at it filleting it the first time, but I definitely want all the meat off of it. Now that is a clean back button. See, I bled the fish on the boat, on the kayak. That's why you see none of the blood in the meat. It's nice, clean meat. So it's really important to cut the gills and bleed the fish out on the water to get that blood out immediately. I am going to boil I'm gonna remove the guts and the gills, and I'm gonna make a broth out of the carcass. Now I have a clean carcass. Everything on this part is edible now. Big old liver. I wonder why his liver's so big right now. And also his male reproductive organs. I'm gonna take that smaller fillet and cut it up into smaller pieces for ceviche. I'm gonna do enough fresh lime and lemon juice to cover the meat. We have a Meyer lemon tree out back and it is super juicy. Now that looks perfect. All right, now I'm gonna put this in the fridge for, I don't know, until dinner time. Maybe an hour or two. One last swim for this Lingcod. All right, it's at a vigorous boil. I'm gonna throw in the kelp. I'm gonna turn down the temperature to a simmer. All right. It smells so good already. Okay, I brought the broth to a rolling boil, then let it simmer for about an hour or hour and a half. Then I strained the broth, and then I put the broth back into the pot. Over here, I added some lingcod, some green onions, some garlic, and it's pretty much where I want it to be. Now I'm gonna add an egg, some cornstarch, and salt and pepper. All right, I'm just using store-bought wonton wrappers. I'm not going that crazy. Now I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of the filling in the center of each one of these. And the green onion sure makes them look pretty. I want to find a way to fold them. That looks kind of cool. Bada bing, bada boom. Thankfully, I'm only doing 12. That's a lot of work, even with pre-made wrappers. All right. Honestly, every time I've made it, it's a little bit different, but equally delicious every time. You do need enough citrus to cover, or at least to, fully submerge all the meat. After that, you can't go wrong. This time I happen to have a cucumber, a few tomatoes, and a couple of peppers from my garden that I threw in there. But we also had green onions, and maybe that's it. But right now, that's screaming good. It's really, really good. Lingcod bone broth soup with Lingcod dumplings. Frying some tortillas, and I fried about half of the dumplings. And I'm making tostadas for the ceviche. I'm gonna taste test one of the fried fish dumplings. It's really good. It doesn't need a sauce, but might benefit from a dipping sauce.
Like literally, like they're having a